So what is your poo telling you? I'm going to talk about something that many people experience, but few people express. We're going to talk about constipation for this health nugget. And why does it matter? Because there's been studies that show that 1 in 5 people have experienced constipation or dealt with this at some point or another. So knowing how to handle it can be extremely helpful. It's not just an inconvenience. Constipation could actually affect your mood if you're feeling cranky, upset, grumpy, or just think life becomes more stressful. You might be backed up. It affects your immune system. It affects your skin breakouts, even how you think. Your clouded thoughts and judgments can often be an indication or caused by a backed up colon. Constant constipation can lead to headaches, bloating, the skin issues. People get a lot of acne or eczema or a lot of skin. And the reason why is because that toxic poop is toxins trying to leave the body. It's what our body wasn't able to pull the nutrients from. It's all the waste that's left over. And what happens when we are not able to eliminate that waste regularly, then where do you think it goes? It gets pulled back into the bloodstream, it starts going back into the body, and it starts creating this toxic effect throughout the system. And the toxins not only damage your digestive system, it affects every area of our body. When I was fat, sick, and nearly dead, I had a heart attack when I was 12. I was 210 pounds, and I was a lot shorter than I am now. And I was overweight. I was the second fattest kid of an elementary school of about 1,000 students. And there's some weight loss specialists that will point out to people that you're not fat, you're toxic. That all fat is your body's response to enrobe these toxins in fat cells to try to protect the body from the damage that it's going to do, wreaking havoc throughout the system. And whatever we could do to help eliminate or cleanse the body from these toxins, it could also help with weight loss. Most people we don't really have an obesity crisis in our country. We have a toxicity crisis. And one of the things, when I was 12, I had bowel movements about twice a month. Yeah, that's shocking. It was shocking to me when I had my friend come over, and I'm like, bro, you're going poo all the time. It's like every day. And he's like, you don't? I was like, no. I thought that was the strangest thing. Come to find out, having attended some health seminars, I met a man. He was sharing. His name was Maimon Wilson. He was sharing how he's like, I'm a physiologist, and it's someone who studies and understands what your poo is telling you about your health. And one thing he said is that ideally you want to be able to have a bowel movement after about 24 hours after you finished a meal. It should be coming out. So if you eat twice a day, that's 2 bowel movements a day. If that's 3 times a day, that's 3 bowel movements. The body likes regularity and routine. And I heard that and I was like, wait, what? That was shocking to me. And but when I was 12, I had no idea that all that constipation was contributing to my obesity. And by learning how to cleanse the system and eating more fiber, changing my lifestyle, it really helped me to lose weight among other things. So what does constipation happen? Why does it happen? Some of the causes is really when you have low fiber. See, fiber is like trying to sweep without a broom, or like you're using a toothpick. Fiber allows your body, your colon, to sweep through all the refuse and the toxic poop to eliminate. Fiber comes in vegetables, like leafy vegetables, fruits with the skin, and breads, beans. Fiber helps to clean the colon very well. Also, not enough water. Fiber is like a sponge. It only works when it's hydrated. Otherwise, you just have a dry brick of food in going through, and it's not as helpful. In fact, I learned about chia seeds, how chia seeds have lots of fiber. It's very helpful. And when I learned about when I learned about chia seeds, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take some chia seeds and let them rehydrate in my mouth. And that was fun. And seeing how they hydrated, and then I ate it that way. It didn't per se cause any problems, but then later on I looked up, I'm like, what happens if you don't rehydrate or hydrate the chia seeds at first? They grow up to like 70 times, they absorb about 75 times more water in their weight. So it's ideal it's important to rehydrate them before you eat them, because if you don't do it before they come into your body, they're still going to do that inside your body. And where is it going to pull all the water from? It's going to dehydrate you, and or it's going to come from the colon or things of that nature. So when you eat the chia seeds with the gel all around it, that's like a water-soluble fiber. It kind of lubricates the colon and allows it to slide through and pass through. And also the seeds are like fiber that's like a broom that's able to sweep you clean. So chia seeds can be really helpful when you add water. Another cause of constipation is a very sedentary lifestyle. We don't move. The medical term calls it a bowel movement, and movement helps your bowels to move. It's kind of like a how many of you guys have ever been on a lazy river before at like a water park? We have one down in Clarkston. And what do? You sit there in like this inner tube, and you allow the current to just kind of drift you down the river, right? And it's usually in like a circle. Well, our digestive system without physical movement is kind of like a lazy river without a current. You're just kind of sitting there stagnant. There's not really much movement taking place. So even a 10-minute walk can actually help your body to eliminate and to have more flow. So constantly eating, not having moderate exercise afterwards, and a lot of just sitting around does not help. Another cause of constipation is ignoring the urge to go. Our body has like an internal, have you ever wanted to wake up early or change your sleeping schedule, and you set an alarm, and then you hit the snooze button, and then you snooze again, and you snooze again, and what happens when you continue to snooze on your alarm system? You eventually sleep through it. You stop hearing it. It stops waking you up. Well, that's how it is when your body has an urge to go. That is our body's clock that is taking place, and if we ignore that urge too often, then eventually it starts ignoring that internal clock. So it's harder to go when you want to. So the body likes regularity. Also, stress. Stress can tighten your gut like a clenched fist and make it very difficult to pass. So when you're overwhelmed, stressed, anguish, a lot of grief, guilt, fear, anxiety, a lot of these things, they really tense up the digestive system. They arrest the digestive system, make it very difficult. So I'm going to share with you 5 simple solutions that work. And these are the 5 R's of regularity. If you want to, at any time in your life, that it's not so much a matter of if, but when you deal with constipation, here are 5 R's for you to remember that can help. Number 1, you can raise fiber, add fruits, veggies, beans, seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds. And by doing this, it'll act like brooms and sponges that will clean you through. So number 1, raise your fiber. Number 2, rehydrate. Drinking water like 30 minutes before a meal, or starting the day with hyperhydration, where you're able to drink quite a bit, but usually about half your weight in body ounces. Like if you're 160 pounds, and you probably want to drink about 80 ounces of water. Staying rehydrating is going to help produce regularity. And then 3 is routine. Go at the same time every morning, because your gut loves habits. If you find, even if you're struggling, just go to the bathroom anyways and try or train your body to associate a certain time with that, and that will also help your body to actually catch up with that clock. And then 4 is to rev up your movement, your body, move. Even just 10 minutes walk can be really helpful. And number 5 is relax. Relax and take deep breaths. Stress slows everything down. And by having some time to reflect, to pray, to alleviate stress, this can really help with constipation. So this is something that a lot of people don't usually talk about, and I understand why, but it's something that many people suffer in silence. So I wanted to speak up and share some simple tips that can help, because it's more common than we realize. Something else that could be helpful, sometimes like prune juice can be helpful as a temporary solution. You don't want to be dependent upon laxatives or things that have that type of effect. It's better to follow these 5 R's of regularity in our lifestyle to eliminate it entirely. I remember one time, somewhat recently, I was dealing with constipation. I was learning about this, so I was drinking more prune juice, and I had like this jar of prune juice I was drinking from, and everyone on the team like knew I was drinking prune juice. They're like, "What are you drinking?" I was like, "Prune juice." They're like, "Okay." There was this one project that we had that it was challenging because we didn't know what to do. I talked to Shanice about it, Katharina about it. We were trying to figure out something about like our content creation process, and we were just stuck. We didn't know how to move forward, what to do. And then I had a conversation with Kamran, and then just within a few minutes, his mind, he was just able to find the best solution. It was just like open up possibilities. We're like, wow, that is so simple. We could do that. And we have family time, and where we share things that we're grateful for, and we're so glad. And I looked Kamran in the eyes during that family time and said, Kamran, just a few minutes talking to you helped us to make so much progress. You are like the prune juice to our progress. Thank you, brother. And he responded, that makes a lot of sense. So that's our health nugget today. Hopefully that's helpful.